Skunksville. We are in the local creek carp hole today. I have to get the rod set up and the bait in the water, and then I'll be back to chat. We've got two rods that we're going to throw out with traditional pack bait recipes are in our how-to playlist. And then we also have some frozen trout heads that I'm thawing out in brown sugar and salt. And we're going to throw those out just to see if there's a river monster lurking. Stuart, Bulk, welcome in, guys. Welcome in, welcome in. Awesome, awesome OG members right there. Let me get set up. We have an unbelievable, beautiful day out here. I mean, just amazing. I'm gonna go with 2 ounces of lead because I don't want it being bumped around on the river monster bait here. I want that thing to sit out there until something big enough grabs it. How's that look? Do I have that squared away? Kind of. Let me move the camera a little bit, guys. Bulk, 5 months. 5 months member. I think Stu's coming up on his. Awesome. Congrats, guys. There's Nolan, Mission Discover. Welcome in. Marilyn Johnson's in the house. Ted from Off the Hook. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Looks like we got rain coming in too, but it's not here yet. And it's just beautiful out here. It always rains in Pittsburgh. Every time I'm out your way, Ted, I get soaked. I don't think I've ever been out on your side of the state and not gotten in some type of a rainstorm. Pack bait's like a week old. The whole purpose of today was to use this stuff up, so hopefully it holds. I forgot my bells today, so Stacy from Bank Fishing Adventures I think will be thrilled. No annoying bells. Got the two carp setups in. I'm going to work with the, I guess we'll call it a catfish rod. Let's get that one in now. Actually just using I was down the shore, my dogfish rig from this weekend. I'm going to use that. That'll work just fine. Big nasty marinated trout head going out. If it can't eat that, I don't want to catch it. All right, we're all set up. I just need to get my chair, get the camera down in position a little bit, and we're line watching. You guys have your view all right? Can you guys see the rods okay? One bait challenge Ted's got going on. All right, cool, cool. There's Ray, Fish Head, put out a new video today, shared it out. Pretty cool stuff. I forget what those little silver saltwater fish were, but I don't know, man. I think I would have been filleting them up and making some fish sticks for the boys with those. All right. I'm going to adjust a little bit, get you guys down to my eye level. Whew, that is really hard to see. I don't know if you guys can see better than me. Thanks, Stuart. Small water, and you are going to do a one bait challenge, so if you or anyone interested, let me know. All right. I'm probably just going to chill on anything competitive in nature, because I keep finding myself doing things. Oh, rod all the way to the left just is getting knocked already. I keep finding myself a little occupied after hours when I'm supposed to be doing trophy husband stuff. Yep. See, that's where the bells are nice, because like I want to read chat, but I don't want to miss a hit. Yeah, it's definitely getting hit, isn't it? Let me go over. That's a good sign. It's a good sign. They're eating the pack bait, so let's should get a takedown here. Looks like they're gonna feed. Susanna, welcome in. I'm trying to get caught up on chat. I know I missed you guys while I was getting ready. There's Wild Japan. Just waiting to see if the students show up at night class. Study, calc now. Water looks so inviting on my way to work, like glass. I'm jealous, stuck in a lift working on tile roof. Oh man, sorry to hear that, buddy. I think I'm caught up. Let me get back down. Susanna, thanks for watching the ads. They help pay the bills. I appreciate it. Is there a certain amount you'd like to put on, Bob? I'm talking about the pack bait. I use a lot more than Nolan. I know that just by looking at him do it. I basically put as much on that'll hold. If you start getting too much, it starts falling off on the cast. So it's one of those things. I think my answer to that was I'll put as much on as it'll hold, unless like I have an area covered so much with pack bait where I feel like there's too much food in the water. Then I might downsize it a little bit. Otherwise, I'm going to put as much on as I can. And for me, that's kind of like a handful that you can cup. like you fill your hand kind of up, and that's not packed yet. And then when you kind of pack it onto the method feed, it packs down so that it sticks above. I don't like seeing those green bars on my method feeders. I have one here to show you. And I can just show you guys what I'm talking about. So this is the method feeder right here. So you see how high that is. I want it to be just above that, covering that up. So I'll basically take a handful like this, loose, and then I will do it at one little pack in my hand. So that rolls like this, and then I'll center it. Hopefully you can see that. And then I'll just kind of shape it so that it squeezes right on. And I kind of push the sides up because you want it all on the top. You don't want it hanging off the sides too much, in my opinion. Like that. To me, that's perfect. I'm sure everybody does it a little bit differently, and I do it depending, on the pack. Sometimes I got to do less, and sometimes I'll go a bit much. I'll do a lot more sometimes if I'm lobbing it, like if I can just kind of lob it out there real close. But if I got to get it across the creek like I'm doing today, I definitely need it to be able to hang on the method feeder without flying. Yeah, I enjoy carp fishing. In the last week, we've done trout, stripers, catfish. We're all over the place lately. Bullheads. We're everything's biting right now. I just got most of the fly fishing video done. That should be out either today or tomorrow. And then I got 2 more in the pipeline right behind that. All different species too. I'm trying not to duplicate. Like I don't want to just do trout every 2 days. I'm going to try to pump out some short, long form video, if that's a thing. Because I'm not doing as many lives. It's just like trout fishing to me. It's really tough to do. I don't enjoy doing trout fishing lives because I'm bouncing all over the creek and I just feel I can't watch chat, and I'd rather just do a long form video with that. Weak fish, yeah, that sounds good, man. We've caught weak fish in the past. I haven't targeted them in a long time. Butterflies and sunshine, good morning. I kind of didn't realize today was Wednesday already because I did a long weekend down the shore. I need to get some bait for Jeff Beal's fishing challenge this weekend. We're catfishing down in Philly Saturday night, and I got to catch some live bait just in case the flatties are active. I'm good with cut bait for the channels, but I'm going to get some fresh. So maybe tomorrow we'll pop up and do a live, and it'll be a bait fish live. I got a few bait fish holes we'll go hit and try to stock up on. Backlash, I don't know if I said good morning to you, but good morning. Thanks for coming in here. Chad Thomason, good morning to you. Presidente. Keith Doc Reed, one of my members. What's going on? Thanks for coming in here. He's been all over my videos lately. First in every time. He's on a roll. Use anything under, might use a piece of cereal under the pack bait. Yeah, let me show you the other half, Ted. They make these things green and they just blend in when you drop them. So your line goes through this side, right? And then this is the rig that you would tie it to. And this is a hair rig. So you got the hook here. And there's this little piece off the back. I put corn on there. I prefer you see that all right? I actually prefer fake corn because it floats. So what happens is, like, then if you saw me packing those, after I have the ball here, I stick this into the top, and then that floating corn just like comes off the top like that. So I find that you can sometimes catch a carp like right away that way. If you were to bury it inside that pack bait, it could take them 10 minutes to get down to it. And even when the pack dissolves, and I've done some underwater video of this, in aquariums. Even when that ball of bait dissolves, that floating fake corn is just kind of hovering there. So yeah, I like that setup. You could use Kick cereal. There's a lot of different things you can use on there. They're gonna mow it down pretty much. I don't think there's any, I haven't found one thing that seems to work better than others. I like the fake corn because it doesn't go bad and you don't have to worry about putting new stuff on all the time. You just leave it on there. Uh, did Chad got married? Did I miss something? I know he was getting married. I didn't know it was already. Congrats if so, Chad. Welcome to the club, you dummy. John, I know it sounded dirty as soon as it came out of my mouth, I knew it. Morning, small water. I knew it. Oh, Lord. Come on, fish. I need some early fish today. It's warming up fast. Seems like it always takes us about 20, 25 minutes to 35 minutes to get the first take down. So I'm gonna just chill till then, I guess. In the next cast, I'm gonna send one rod up to the left of that little inlet over there. Yeah, we got on the stripers pretty good. That was we went down to Ocean City. That was Jersey. That was our first time striper fishing, so we were complete newbies to it. That type of striper fishing, anyway. We had a blast. We're definitely going back for that. And Kevin is still sick. He was sick as a dog while we were down there. He came down with a fever while we were fishing, and he's home right now with a fever. Or else we would have been fishing all night long. He fell asleep finally at like 3, 4 in the morning, so I just let him sleep. And then we didn't get up till almost 9 o'clock. So I made bacon and eggs, and we rolled down there. And by then, like all the serious fishermen were gone because I guess they catch the big ones overnight. But we caught a bunch of like mid-20s, which for somebody who's never caught stripers, you catch 30 fish in the mid-20s. I mean, it was a blast. We had so much fun. Not to mention for us, like anytime you get down the shore, it's just beautiful fishing. Just a new, like new scenery. I could stare at the ocean all day. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do. I would appreciate it. If you're watching in the background and you haven't subbed to the channel, please consider that. Mainly fishing channel. I see like 99% fishing. Stuart, we rescued the chick last night. We got the chick back up in the coop. All 9 of the new batch are all safe and sound. They made it through their first night outside, and they're doing good. I'm eager to recast that one rod. I really want it. I think they're going to be up in that shade a little bit more. We'll see. Got 12 awesome people in the house. Good morning, folks. Is that Scotty? I can't read this. Fun Fishing Adventures. Welcome in, Scotty. Crappie King. Slaying the crappie over there on the Sunfish King tournament. Broke out the shorts, so you're gonna see some super white legs today. 20 minutes in. Haven't fished the spot in a couple weeks. I don't like to go, my key spots, I don't like to go more than a couple weeks without, um, you know, seeing what's going on. Middle rod just had a pretty good tap there. I don't think that was the wind. The carp may go upstream a little bit. I need to do some exploring. Last year they moved up under the bridge, even though it's super shallow up there. And there's a ton of structure, and I think they just lay in that structure when it gets hot. My chat's not working. Nope. I knew it. I knew it. I just kept seeing John's comment, and that was it. I'm sorry, I'm missing you guys. Leon Life, welcome in. Such wonderful experience you'll get to enjoy. See how Ted says that? He's very experienced. Oh, on Easter, nice, man. Yep, kick cereal. Yeah, Anthony, good morning, buddy. Yeah, we use corn to fish for trout. That's like the old goat bait, man, around here. You get some like yuppie showing up with all the expensive power bait. You whip out the dollar corn from the Dollar Tree. Yeah, man, it works great. Leon Life, good morning. I don't know if I said hi to you. Thanks for coming in here. Wendy, there's another of my old Shark members. Thanks for coming in here. Let's see, getting caught up now. I hate when chat does that to you. It doesn't update unless you click on it sometimes. Come on, fish. Yeah, unless the fish are really biting, I'm only going to be live probably hour and a half this morning. I don't want to leave Kev alone too long. He was doing pretty good this morning. He had a fever yesterday, so school rules are you got to be fever free for 24 hours. So he wanted to come down, but told him he's got to stay home if he's sick. Rod on the end looked like it just got knocked. We'll wait till 40 minutes, so another like 15 minutes, and I'll move the middle rod first. Move that up above the inlet. Finally getting the garden situated. Everything's starting to come up. The lettuce is up and the kale's up. The chard's up. Feels good to finally be able to harvest a little bit of your own stuff. Offset some of the grocery bills. Potatoes are just popping up now, so they're going good. But got the herbs going good for all the fish tacos we're going to be making. I put out a short video on smoking trout yesterday or the day before. I just wanted to do one just the smoking recipe because I've done that so many different times in different videos, just kind of mentioned it, but if you're looking for a smoked trout recipe, like that's a killer recipe. It's something I've doctored up over. I change it a little bit each time, and each time it just tastes even better. I love it. And I forgot to mention the wood that I use. I usually use cherry. Sometimes I'll throw some apple in there, but I mean, feel free to try whatever you think. I just have apple trees and cherry trees, and I don't pay for wood, so I just go out and cut some down. Oh man, come on, come on, fish. Little breeze hitting the lines. Dang, that's a good idea. Captain Clark's. I got it right here for you, buddy. Open up. It's on E. I only got a couple sips left. Lucy, welcome in. Lucy Warren's World. Good morning to you. Thanks for coming in here. Almost too warm for coffee here. Yeah, I don't like not having my bells. I put my head down to read chat. I don't know. I like to listen. Sometimes I take my glasses off so I can read chat, and then I can't really see the lines. But we're gonna go for a big takedown. We're not gonna need any bell. Just waiting for a big takedown. One night this week, I'm not sure which night, but we'll probably go live for bullheads. I want to catch a couple bullheads to do a catch and cook, but also to use for the flathead bait this weekend. Probably going to throw some chubs, some sunfish, and some bullheads live. So tomorrow I need to get some chubs for sure and some bluegill, and then keep them alive all week. And the bullheads, I know right where they are. We were on to them good a few times already. What time we got? We're 30 minutes in. Okay, we'll give it another 10 minutes and then we'll recast. Except for that rod all the way to the right, that black and yellow and red rod. That one's going to stay there the whole time. Put it right behind the boulder. And if there's any monsters lurking, that's where they're hiding, right behind that boulder. I've seen muskie down there. I've seen, I caught a huge largemouth, a big smallie, all kinds of stuff in there. Haven't caught a channel cat here in years, but I'm sure he's under that rock too if there's any around. Haven't seen any signs of the spawn yet. It looked like they were about to go like 2 weeks ago, but unless I just been missing it. Every time I drive by, I look. Once they get ripping, and you'll be seeing look like dolphins out here. Hey, Matt, wanna be? What's going on, buddy? Thanks for coming in here. Waiting for the first takedown here. Fishing for carp. We got 2 rods out with pack bait and 1 rod out there with a marinated trout head for whatever. The mystery rod to catch the mystery fish. I wanted to go live striper fishing. The winds were just brutal. It's always windy out there on the ocean. We were up to like our waists in the water wading. So it's always, it's really hard to go live in that environment. We got the shad run going on too. I'm thinking about going over to the Delaware, chasing some shad at some point. But the price they want to go out and catch bait is ridiculous. I'm just probably, oh, there we go. The camera a little bit just because that sun is getting a little bit higher in the sky this time of year and it's coming at us now. Let's go over here. It's beautiful out here. Jinxed me, NJ. You jinxed me. No fish on. What's going on, Mark? Thanks for coming in here, buddy. You getting out? Rain tomorrow. Yeah, I thought they'd be biting. Shad darts probably get snagged 3 times for them in the Delaware. Milford Bridge. I'll have to try to remember that. Check it out. I love catching different species and species that we haven't targeted, but on a budget, so sometimes it gets a little crazy. Neighbor sent me a link, but it was like a couple $100 to go out. I'm like, are you nuts to catch shad? That's why I like doing the trips that we do. We try to, oh, there goes that in rod again. Come on, take it down. I'm not getting up until it goes down. I like figuring the fish out, doing it the cheap way. And sometimes you almost spend as much. You never quite spend as much, but you get all the right gear. I mean, you could go get a rod, all the lures needed, and still come out ahead. So that's kind of what we did for stripers. Went down, walked in the local shop, drop $100 on equipment. You get all the details of where they're at by the end of that conversation, and you have an awesome trip. I don't know how many times I've gone out on head boats and spent a ton of money and just get skunked or got nothing to show for it. Man, he's nibbling it like crazy. 224. Scotland time. Yeah, 4 minutes. I'm going to recast that center rod. I'm going to move that above that little inlet over there. What is catfishing like in PA? This is Captain Clark. What is catfishing like in PA? If I threw out a marinated trout head here, it would be catfish dinner, a shad run. Yeah, and this is a creek, not in a big river, so the cats here, I haven't caught a catfish and a channel cat here in years. They're just fished out. Now down on the Schuylkill River, we catch pretty good ones, 10, 15, 20 pounders, and then 50, 60 pound flatties are not uncommon. So yeah, that's nothing for out there. For here, it's a little big, but I've actually caught like a 4 pound largemouth on a big trout head out of this spot too. So something will eat it, maybe, probably not. But I got a ton of trout head in the freezer. I had to clear it out. So I like to do a mystery rod occasionally. You never know what's lurking, right? It's funny. I've never really done good on trout heads, even in the Schuylkill. I know some people swear by it, but I've never had much luck with them. I did catch one upstate in a lake, though, Beltsville Lake. Caught a nice channel out of there on a trout head. I try to throw something that, like up there, I threw that trout head because I knew I could get a striper as well. I try to throw something that gives you a couple different options. It's Wendy saying hi. Yeah, that chicken was fine. Stewart, he was fine. It wasn't cold yet, but it got cold last night. It was, I think, in the 40s. So he would have died. He's only 2 months old. Dumb thing just buried itself in the hay and was like, gave up. Had to go dig him out, throw him under the heat lamp. They're getting there. They're able to fly. Like that one's able to fly a couple feet off the ground for like 7 feet. So once they all come out of the coop and use the ladder, then one of them figures it out, and then they all copy it. But this is the first batch in a long time that we bought as chicks. We usually, like one of our hens usually just gets broody and sits on the eggs, and we've always had roosters, and so it's always been a natural thing that we'll get broody and we'll just mark the eggs and we'll hatch some chicks, and you don't have to do anything. No heat lamp, no nothing. The mom does everything. Takes them out, shows them the ladder. It's so much easier. But you got to deal with the rooster. Oh, sweet, Matt. Awesome, man. I'll check that thing out. Yeah, this time of year the water starts getting a little bit lower. After the spawn, I'm probably going to see some monsters, and I will have to mark those areas. See if we can get a monster. It's good to keep your eyes open. You go out catfishing or something, you see a huge carp. You never know. Like, you just have to take notes for later. We're at 40 minutes. Let me move that middle rod. Where are we at here? Yeah, move that middle rod. try that. Dylan, my nephew, can fish a lick. Ray doesn't know how to. It's dead. Someone caught it and left it on the bank. It happened here before. Ignorant people just leave. Oh man, that's brutal. That's huge. That's exactly what people used to do that here. And I've got good friends that actually get mad at me for letting them go. And I have another good friend who's a big time biologist, um, real expert. And he's a naturalist, and not like he's against fishing or hunting. Like he does it all. But this is a dude that yelled at me one time for stepping on a mushroom by accident. Like he's like one of those. And he flips out that we catch and release flatheads in Philly. I'm like, that war is lost, man. The flatties are here to stay. And he just doesn't want to have anything, he doesn't want to hear anything about it. In his opinion, every flathead should be thrown on the beach and killed. But I mean, it's the same type of like argument where they're knocked down all the dams all around this area because the shad were going to come back. And all that happened is it just ruined the catfish, it ruined the bass, and we still don't have shad. So I don't know, you know, I don't know. I haven't seen any of that stuff actually pay off. So is that wind or what's that? We got some type of activity on the water out there. I don't know what that was. Holy cow, man. Was it a common or was it like, was it a silver or something different? Was it a common carp? I've seen some the massive ones down towards Philly. And man, they're in like right on the edge of this creek. It would be that's gonna be like hooking a sailfish. You hook them right next to the water like that. But I'm gonna do it at some point this summer. There's also snakeheads down there, so I'm gonna go down and target carp and snakeheads one day. Gotta wait till it gets hot. I feel like that catfish rod slipped. Where did I recast that one? I don't know how it slipped with 2 ounces of lead, but it did. Unless we missed something. It's all the way down there. Maybe a turtle picked it up. Common carp. Nice. Yeah, I guess depending on the level of the decomposition, it might be hard to tell, but the grass carp are traditionally longer and skinnier. Lucy's still hanging out. Got 13 awesome people in here. Thanks for coming in and keeping me company. Hopefully these rods start going. We'll see. I expected a little bit of drizzle today, but I'm not complaining. It's a beautiful day to sit out here anyway, but for fishing, I think a little bit of drizzle would have been what we needed to really get a good bite going. Gotcha. So it's basically just the head. I'm waiting for the fox and coyotes to realize we got baby chicks in the coop. Hard to trick the old chickens, but those young ones are dumb. Probably get them to stick their head out through the fence and take it right off. Going to be doing a lot of back porch sitting when there's warm nights and be sitting out there with my 22 standing guard. Make it as safe as you can, but some of those critters are super smart. They'll just keep coming back till they figure out a way. Oh, that's crazy. The bones are just a huge skeleton. Just hanging up in the tree there. Oh, goose fight. They might put on a show. Is that one in the middle? Head's low. It's going to attack. Three's a crowd. There's going to be a fight. Hey, catfish regulators. Nothing's cracking right now. Hope you're doing good. You out fishing today? We're looking for carp. I got one rod out for catfish, but this isn't a great catfish spot at all anymore. Mainly just a good carp hole. You can get a bass here too, but I'm going for carp. But it turned out to be a nice weather day. It was supposed to be like drizzle and overcast, but it's kind of too nice. Terry B, good morning. What's going on, buddy? We'll stay alive another 40 minutes. Hit the hour and a half mark. If we don't have any takedowns by then, I'm calling it. Can't wait till the boys are done school for the year. Then we can go out. We can start doing our early mornings then. But till then, I gotta get those guys on the bus, get them breakfast, and get them on the bus before I come out with the rod. I'm kind of stuck in the middle hours of the day fishing. Oh man, another MRI on the back. Hope it works out for you, buddy. I was on the floor. I guess it was 2 weeks ago now. 3 days I couldn't get off the floor. I was crawling around my house. There's nothing you can do but pump Advil and wait. But I had the spasms and oh man. I'll tell you, I'm sure you probably got all kinds of back issues like I do. You probably know all this stuff, but there's like the patch you put on the back that helps with those spasms. Um, I mean, nothing works good enough. Nothing works like you want it to work, but they definitely do. They definitely do something. Slap those on. I forget what the chemical is, but it's supposed to help with calm the spasms down. Hi, Terry B. Thanks for popping in. Have a good day, bud. It's got to be about 1,000 degrees in Texas if it's 70 here. $14 awesome people hanging out. Thank you guys. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. So we got a striper video in the works. We've got a trout fly fishing video in the works. We've got a catfish video in the works. All shot and filmed. Just need to upload and edit and upload. And I feel like I'm missing a couple. Oh, I got Off the Hook. I've got most of his done. I got to do a little bit more footage. I want to get some more underwater shots. He gave me some Ned rigs to try out, and I caught a few nice smallies out there on those. So I just want to catch a couple more with the underwater camera. It's a little murky that day. And then I've got one of those sponsor videos. Super Clean gave me a shirt and hat and a bunch of chemicals to clean stuff with. So I want to give them a video to thank them. Not a bad deal. Got a hat and a shirt and a couple bottles, 3 different bottles. And I looked online and it's like $50 worth of stuff. It works just fine too. Nice degreaser. Take what I can get. Won't sell myself out though. I won't use something I don't agree with or don't like the company or whatever. But if it fits in any way and I like the people, sure, I'll use it. I'd like to get to the point where I don't have to run any type of ads and you kind of have like a private ad, like your company you believe in and know, like Ted Off the Hook Outdoor or something like that, and you actually run those guys as your commercial, and that would be pretty cool. Trying to navigate the whole YouTube complex is challenging to say the least. Man, that sun is hot. Yeah, we caught a bunch of, nothing huge, but that was our first time striper fishing. There's nothing like catching your first of a species, like when you figure it out. And we didn't use live bait or nothing. We went with jig heads and all. And you think you're just wasting your time till you hook up on one. And then it's like, man, there's not many better feelings than that. Spot is dead. I had a lot of hits right away when I first cast it, but they could have been sunnies or something. Or turtles. Skunksville. We're gonna get skunked. In half an hour to kill the skunk here. Might have to go out to the local pond just to catch some fish today. Yeah, I got a lot of editing I gotta do, Stuart. I'm not sure. With Kevin being home, we'll see. I got it now that I got the chicks out of the basement. I gotta take their pond liner. I gotta clean all that stuff out. You ever raise chicks in your house? You know what I'm dealing with. You got all that fine dust everywhere. So I gotta thoroughly clean the basement out today. That's gonna be my project. And like I said, I got to get a little more footage. So if I go out, I'll probably do the rest of the footage for the smallies. I might pop up, but don't count on it. I'm going to be hopping and walking around creeks. 99% walking up a creek and 1% catching a fish. Also got to get my coolers together so I can keep the bait alive that I'm going to catch tomorrow. We'll do a bait catching live tomorrow, go after the chubs and panfish. Yeah, when it's like this, when it's a nice day like this and they're not biting, I'm not going to go driving around popping up different spots. Like, these are the days when they're not biting. You want to get the editing done, you want to get the projects done. So when you have that overcast rainy day in the springtime, that's when you want to be on the water. I wish it was the opposite. I wish it was these days where it was awesome fishing. It's a nice day to be out here, but it's rare to get a day like this weather-wise and have the bite strong this time of year. Something's playing with the catfish rod. It's probably a turtle. I'd love to catch a channel out here. It's been literally years. In fact, I didn't think there was any left. Kevin caught the last two I saw. He went out with a friend, a neighbor, and he went down to one of the other spots we hit. And caught two channels back to back in like 10 minutes. I don't know where those things came from. Nothing huge, just like 5-pounders. But hey, Big Mike, thanks for coming in here. I hope all is good. You guys are getting better. Oh, cool, Stuart. You got your phone mount? Nice. You're going to do some live soon with that, I hope. There's a good chance I'm going to fall asleep out here if I stay here much longer. It's nice. I'm half expecting a call from the school nurse, though, because I sent Lyle in, and he didn't quite look like he was going to make it through the day, if you know what I mean. Loading up the trucks when rain gets here, then headed to the river. Nice. Nice. So yeah, when I did construction, man, I lived for the rainy days. Me and the boys would, that's all we would do. If it was raining and we weren't going to get any work done, we would just go right to the creek. And you want to see some competitive fishing, man, we'd put down some money on those fishing days. Those guys were out of control. It's true though, like that, for at least here anyway, like the nastier the weather, the better it is fishing. You get a day like today and it's just like there's no fish here. Wow, we got 16 awesome people in here. That's great. Thank you guys for popping in here. Randy, good morning to you, bud. You need the rain. What are you talking about, Stuart? Rain's good. Misty's doing better. She's learned to get around. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Sure, she got a long road yet, but always good when it's going in the right direction anyway. At this point, they'd be the fish would just be interrupting my sunbathing. But I'm sure when that rod goes down, I'll be okay with it. I'm gonna go for a walk today too. I might walk down along the creek. I'm not gonna take a fishing rod because I need to walk and not fish. And I might walk about a 4 or 5 mile loop that's all along water. Just see if I notice anything. I like to walk this time of year when the sun's high in the sky and this old rail bed is, 40 feet above the water. That's how I spotted the muskie that we caught. You can see a lot of fish out there and see a lot of things when you're just walking or riding your bike. Not sure if I can get on the bike yet. My back's still recovering from the last issues. Probably should just walk. Come on, fish. Where are you at? If we get out Friday morning or something for carp, depending on how much bait, if I get enough bait tomorrow, I'll do some carp fishing Friday and we'll go up under the bridge. There's a trestle not far from here where Kev caught his PB at. We'll fish under there, see if they moved up under that structure. Or we go up to the lake where we can fish for carp and trout at the same time. I just don't, that lake just kind of, if the weather's perfect, they're on fire there, but if not, they don't bite at all. So we'll just have to keep the options open now and we'll wait to see what the weather does, I guess. I'll go where I think it's going to be better. Another spot we could go to, but it's a hard way in. It's a long hike. Maybe I'll do that if I'm up for it. Oh, I got like poison ivy on my shoe, on my foot. Man, I got torn up camping. Something came into our vehicle and sat on my head and just started eating my head. I got these lumps. I mean, thing was probably up there all night just dining. Brutal. I didn't feel a thing. I set up that Hey Trip car tent again. That thing works pretty good. It doesn't look great. It's like a little baggy. It's not fitted, I guess you'd call it. But it gets the job done. It's super fast to set up. And it's not a knock against that. It's just a car camping in general. Every time you go somewhere, you got to take it down. That's the only downside. But that being said, you can also set it up anywhere, I guess. Downtown Ernie Brown. What's going on, buddy? Hope you and Chrissy are good. Lisa Elliott, welcome in. Thanks for coming in here. Pile in. Everyone pile in to see the skunk today. We're 20 minutes away from an official skunk. Bill Reddick, good morning to you, buddy. How you doing? I'm sitting here scratching my poison ivy. Oh my God, it's so itchy. Better put my shoe back on. If I have a takedown right now, you're gonna see me running around barefoot. There's way too many geese around here. You know what I mean? Rods have gotten super still. I'm gonna walk up to the edge here and just have a little gander. Whole lot of nothing. Super calm out here. No fishy action, that's all. I dip my feet in there. I think they'll get poison ivy. I don't know where I got poison at. I wonder if I got it down the shore. I wonder if there's poison on that beach. Where we were fishing, the beach is like 3 feet wide and it goes right into the dunes. I don't bet you there's poison all in those dunes. Probably not allowed to spray it, so. I can tell you that water was cold yesterday. We didn't have any, we didn't take the waders with us. And of all the dudes out there in the ocean striper fishing, we were the only ones without waders on. Everybody kept asking us if our feet were cold. Nope, can't even feel them. Yeah, I appreciate everyone coming in here. At least I got somebody to mumble to while I'm getting skunked. It's funny how much fish think is like a pack. Like, you know, you catch them, you're catching 3, 4 of them, and then you get skunked. You're like, there's not one single fish out there that's going to eat today. But often is the way they go, at least with the carp. Every time I fish here, this dude runs out with a project to do. Now he's got the weed whacker right behind me. Oh, Lord. Oh, center rod. Here we go. Come on, take it down. That's the one with the green corn too. Give it a little time. See if he comes. He could be there eating a pack bait in the area. Hopefully the green corn doesn't scare him away. It is Skunksville, PA today. Bud Files, welcome in. Good morning. Hunting and stuff, welcome in. It's Skunksville. That's how the bite is. It's supposed to be overcast and drizzle right now, and it's beautiful out. It's too nice to fish, but we did just have a few bites on that middle rod, so I'm hoping it wasn't a turtle, and I'm hoping it's a carp working its way to the hook. We shall see. Yeah, I don't disagree with that, Bill. Poison ivy in the sun. I think it dries it out. I think it dries it out. You put oatmeal and all that crap on it, but problem is if I take my shoes off here and I get some sun on there, I'll probably come down with about 5 other diseases from stepping on goose poop. They gotta just take the poison ivy. Don't do me like that, fish. Come back and pick that hook up. I just want one fish. I don't want to have to come back to this spot thinking I got skunked the last time. Rob, check out Bloodline Fishing. Him and his buddy Striper fish somewhere in New York or Jersey and get some big ones. Yeah, there's some monsters out there, man. I got some buddies who slam them really good. Seems like the key is 2 to 6 a.m. though, you know, so it's not always easy with the kids. And getting down there, you figure it for us it's a 3-hour drive, so we're camping just to be in position to do it. And then, you know, this is the run. Well, the big ones are kind of over already. And then during the summer, you know, now that we know what they go after and how to fish for them, once in a while we'll see a blow up. You know, if we're out late fishing for eels or something, we've seen them blow up on the surface out there. So now we'll keep a rod rigged and ready, and when we see that again, we'll cast for them, see if we can pick one up. A lot of guys go out on the ocean and target them. They catch some monsters that way too. But yeah, there's some monsters caught for sure over the slot. It's 28 to 31, so it's a pretty tight slot here. We caught a bunch close, just under, nothing over. Somebody new came in. Hey, Steven. No worries. We're just getting skunked here anyway today. Got another 12 minutes till the skunk's official. I always try to give them an hour and a half at least to bite. Then I got to cut my losses after that. I feel like I missed somebody else. Did I miss someone else? Saw hunting and stuff came in. They use big jerk baits they make. Yeah, I saw a couple guys with jerk baits on. What I really liked about the stripers is, this is going to sound dumb, but I fished them kind of like, oh, center rod again. Saw the line go slack that time. I didn't see the hit. I saw the slack line. I fished it basically like a huge trout magnet. But I did a steady. I was using a paddle tail, so I kept the tip high, and I think I had a ½ ounce on, and I just did a slow retrieve in, but with the tip up and kind of coming in with the current the way the break was. I found those two currents that were kind of hitting each other, and I just worked that seam just like I would have a trout magnet. And Almost every cast was picking them up. The jerkbait would be awesome. I mean, it's a of the saltwater fish that I've targeted for the size. They are definitely the most fun because they're like you can feel the fight. You're going with light tackle, and you can feel the fight. You're not doing like a high-low rig with like 4 ounces and you don't feel nothing. You feel the fish all the way in. I enjoyed it. I really did. I definitely. We may go down in 2 weeks. I got the catfish tournament this weekend, but we might go back down. Got to talk my wife into it. See if I can get her along. Go down there and set up. Get that skunk off the screen. I got 10 minutes, Stuart. Planning a trip to New Jersey, do some straight. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, we were down in right by Sea Isle in Ocean City, New Jersey. Yep. Want to get down there and go out like all night long. Still working with Kevin to get him to like, you know, nap during the day when we do those trips. The problem with him is he'll be up all day. So I would rather fish. I'd rather go to bed and get up at like 3 and then start fishing at 3 a.m. But he won't go to bed. I know he'll want to go right out, so we'll probably end up fishing, and he'll fall asleep at like 2 or 3. Got to get him trained to go to bed, get 5 hours, and then wake up and, sacrifice 2 hours of good fishing to fish 8 hours of good fishing instead of the opposite. But that being said, enthusiastic anglers always outfish ones who are not enthusiastic, in my experience. No matter what the skill level is, hustle pays off. Messenger. I don't have Facebook Messenger. I'm not sure. I got an email, HolittonTheRiverLodge@gmail.com. You can email it to me. But Facebook did me dirty a few years back. I got banned for like absolutely nothing. The most silliest post ever. Just a picture of something that they thought was something else. And I completely got banned, and they like took my account away for months. And I finally got it back, but I never got my Messenger back. It doesn't work. Wendy's message. Can I see? Here, fishy, come on up. Get your free tasty treats that Bob has for you. That one, Stuart? I see that one. "17 people here at the edges of their seat to see the skunk." That middle rod's definitely, there's something playing around there. Just don't have as much faith in the green corn as I do the yellow corn. One day I caught all 3 on the green corn though. And I think they're the only 3 I've caught on it. I'm gonna go back to yellow on all the rods, I think. Yeah, 7 minutes, and then I'll start reeling them in. Sometimes reeling them in when they're playing, when they're getting taps like we were. Sometimes reeling just one of the rods in, for whatever reason, seems to trigger a bite on one of the remaining rods. So we'll definitely try that. Yeah, I've tried everything, Matt. I get this weird message where I have to like re-sign in, but the email that it's under, and I've had this since Facebook existed, I no longer have access to. And then they said they're going to mail me a pin, and I never get it. I've been around in circles with them because they're probably mailing it to like my address I had when I was a teenager. Hey, Masha, welcome in. Good morning. Yeah, my wife's a scientist, and I had put the picture up there when the whole virus thing started, and it was on New Year's Eve, and I posted New Year, New Me, and it was a germ um, that, New Year, New Me, viruses mutate. Ironically, this was before everybody knew what it was, and it's exactly what it was, and it's exactly what it did. But yeah, I got thrown off of Facebook for almost a year because of it. That's all I'm going to say about it, because I know they don't like that talk on YouTube. 5 minutes and we're out of here, guys. I appreciate you all coming in, hanging out. Looks like we're going to get skunked unless we get a last minute miracle. Hunting and stuff, J&J. What's going on, buddy? Native Wild Man, what's up? Somebody put out the alert that I'm about to get skunked. You all come in here to watch it? Hope you enjoy the Skunksville today. Oh, Lord. Nice day to get skunked, though. I mean, it's beautiful out here. I guess. I needed to get the salt off the rods and the line anyway. So it's good to cast them out in the fresh water, give them a little rinse today. Get all the ocean water out of their reels and off the line. Stuff's no good for them. I use the two smaller rods you see here. That's the rods I use for striper fishing. I didn't go out and buy anything else other than the lures and the jig heads and the soft baits, which was plenty expensive. Just used our lighter carp and cat rods. They work just fine. Evil work, native. Evil work. Brutal. But if you like that roof over your head, sometimes a necessity, I guess. Got to pay the bills one way or the other. Fishing equipment is crazy expensive, native. I'm always thinking, like, do I really need that? Or, And Kevin was upset because he wanted me to buy a different rod for him down there because everybody else was using like heavy duty, or not even heavy duty, but like a little on the heavy side, regular bass stuff, so pretty light. But I told him, I'm like, first of all, I ever see any of those big stripers out there? There's some massive stripers. Like, we want to be able to position to land one of those. And if you know how to fish, there's very little that you can't manipulate to fish the lure. Basically, what you need to know is, what action do I need to do to catch the fish? What area of the water column does it have to be in? From there, you can almost take any setup and get there. You might sacrifice feeling a little bit or casting, or but I knew we needed a heavier weight because of the rod setup. So where the guys were using 3/8, I said we're gonna have to throw a half ounce to get it, to cast it equally as far. So that's what we did. And then we just reeled with the tips up high, which kind of kept it from going down into the bottom, kept them up elevated in the water. Yep, got your message on Instagram, Matt. Thank you. I'll read it when I get home. Popped up. So yeah, that's what we did, and it worked, and we caught over 30 of them. The rod I want is 255 plus tax. Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's crazy. And I wish they weren't worth it. I'm not saying that they're not worth it, because when you get one and you use it, you're like, yeah, yep, I see why people want this. Do you need it? No, but man, it is sweet, and it is a little bit more enjoyable. Not gonna lie. It's like that with everything. I I got a bike that's $13,000. And I raced against people, and I raced against the same people I raced with a bike that I had for under 1,000. But boy, is it a lot more fun, a lot more enjoyable. But if you don't got the money, it doesn't mean you can't go out there and catch the fish. You just have to be smart about it, and it makes you a better angler, I think. Ashley, what's going on? Well, you just, oh, there was something. That was probably a turtle. It came right up. I was just going to bring the rods in, but something came up right at that rod. Probably a turtle. I'm going to slowly start bringing them in. I'll leave that middle rod till last. I only caught the tail end of whatever that was. It kind of looked, it looked a little turtley to me. Get the cat rod in here. We'll feed the catfish today. Will be nice. Only because I got way too many trout in the freezer. I'm running out of space. No, I'm gonna throw all the carp bait in here too. It's kind of old. I need a fresh batch. Once you get skunked on a pile of pack bait, I feel like it's time to change it up. Can't believe these carp did me like that today. I appreciate you all coming in here. Wish I had more fish to show you, but leave that one out there that I was getting the bites on. I don't know, Ashley. I tried to catch one for you. Last minute fish. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Something coming out up there. It looks like a snake. That's a snake across the way. Yep. A little chilly for the snake to be out. Look what he's doing. crazy critters. Next time I think we'll fish the bridge. We'll fish under there. We kind of have to get in the water a little bit up there, so I think it's warm enough now. Let's see, let me check up on chat before I cut out here. Pick you guys up so I can read. Yeah, I'm a big fan of going light. Light line, light rods. Yep, that's a good rod, Native. Yep, nothing wrong with that. Hey, Glacier. Glacier out catching fish that taste good, unlike those halibut, man. We got some tasty fish in these waters. Aaron, we're just getting out of here, man. We just got a big skunk. We got a big old skunk today. All right, Bo, thanks for coming in here. Stripers? What do you mean what happened to the stripers, Glacier? What are you talking about, man? We're on to something new. Stripers are 3 hours from here. That video will be, that video's coming, buddy. We got a good video on them. But we had to get back home. Kids had to go back to school. So, yeah. 200-pound test. What are you, from Alaska? What's wrong with you, Glacier? What's wrong with you, boy? All right, man. We out of here. Thank you guys for coming in. See my ugly face? There we go. Where's the sun? Sun kind of popped in there. I will catch you all next time on the water. Peace out. I can never find the freaking X at the end of these things. I don't get it. Why does it disappear? There it is. I'm out.